So you may have seen one of our latest videos with Max making his binary book where he was showing the truth tables for various logic gates and drawing those out and talking about all that. And he's been really interested in that type of stuff, and he's been playing with some of his electronics, and he's been drawing circuit diagrams and logic gates constantly for the past few weeks or so. So I decided to make something for him that I thought he would really enjoy, and also as a way to demonstrate his critical thinking abilities, his vocabulary, and his comprehension and so forth, and also just his physical abilities with working with circuits and everything. So I think you'll enjoy this video, and I'm gonna show Max opening. I stayed up at night and until about 12:30 building this little circuit board that you can see on a breadboard rather, with some logic gates, so he could test them using some testing leads to figure out which gate it is based on the inputs and the outputs of the gate with these little testing leads. And then I even made a little little piece of paper with the different truth tables where the outputs are not filled out, and I labeled each of the logic gates, as you can see. So here he's gonna open up this box. I put it all into a box with instructions, kind of like how we would normally get one of our soldering practice kits for one of our little toy circuits or something that we put together. And I gave it to him as if we had ordered it on Amazon. And obviously he realized that it was actually from me, but it was just a kind of a little fun thing to give him in the morning when he woke up. So this was probably around 9:30 or so in the morning. We're doing this. Okay, so enjoy.
And the LED. Instead of just sitting on this chair, he's standing on it. He's standing on it.
What does it require?
It requires only power supply.
Do we have that?
We do.
Can you get it?
Yes. Oh look, it even gives us all this.
Oh yeah. Here, you can put it here and then go get the power supply.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Okay.
It's so.
Wait, what are you asking?
Oh, this isn't. Wait, why does that not have this one filled in?
Huh? Yeah. What's different? Look at what I wrote on there. Can you read my handwriting?
Okay.
What does it say?
Is this one different than the others?
Yeah. Is there something different about that table?
Yes.
What's different about it?
It doesn't have all that stuff. It doesn't even have that in.
So just based on that, what are you thinking it might be?
0.
What do you?
It's probably well, it's probably an XOR.
You think so? Wouldn't an XOR have 2 inputs?
Oh. It's probably a NOT gate.
It might be. All right. So let me show you kind of the basics.
It's an hex inverter.
Dang, you already knew what it was. We haven't even tested it yet. Just from the truth table. Okay, let me show you the basics of how it works, and then we'll get some. I'll let you do some testing, okay? Or I'll help you with it. Okay. So does it make sense where the inputs are on them? For A, which 2 inputs are we going to use?
This one.
Uh-huh.
And this one.
Exactly. Okay. So what I would suggest first is to go ahead and put the inputs in and ground them. That way nothing's floating when you start.
This one. And see me like this.
Yeah. And then, depending on what the gate is, it may or may not do something. We'll see right away. Okay, now if you want, you can go ahead and turn on the power supply. It's at 5 volts. Okay, now.
So it's not.
Oh, we need to put our LED in. And let me show you where you can put the LED on each of them. See how I've got a gap between the ground here and the, hold on, let me push this one down, and the resistor. So it needs to connect the resistor positive on the LED to the ground wire, to the white ground wire.
Like this.
That's right, dang, that's good. It's interesting because that's not even the spot I was putting them in, but it works. Okay, let's see. All right, so now you've got everything in there. So you want to turn it on?
Okay. It's not a man.
Interesting. So do you want to write down on your truth table so we don't have to remember it? So what was our inputs right now?
0, 0. So and that's A. 0, 0.
Okay. So now what do we want to switch up?
Let's go 0, 1.
Okay.
So how does it go in binary? 1.
So you can just switch one of them over to VCC or to power.
I want ground. Probably an XOR gate.
So we could call this one, do you want to call that one 0, 1 or 1, 0?
Hey, Cindy, there's paper underneath in that
Well, what's
wicker
0, 1?
basket.
Well,
1, 0.
basically it's just each one is one of them. So this is an in, that's an in.
There you go.
So 0, 1, what?
Okay. Now, if you want, we can switch it back to ground and switch the other one just to be sure. But probably it's going to do the same thing, but we'll see. Switch that to ground and then switch the other one. So that'll be like the 0, 1 instead of the 1, 0. Yeah. So also 0, 1 is what? That's on A, right?
0, 0.
Okay. And now what do you want to test?
1, 1. Talon. So this is Papa. 1, 0, 0, 1. Yes. Can this is your maze. 1, 0, 0, 1.
1, 0, 0, 1.
So what do you think that logic gate is?
Okay, no. O-R, or. Now I'm going to write.
Nice.
Now I'm going to write A and B.
Cool.
Okay.
Or. So that was an OR gate.
Okay, now you want to test the next one?
Okay. This one's a bit tricky. Okay.
So let's move our LED over.
A and B.
You can just take them out.
A
And then, so go ahead and move your
B.
LED over to B, where it should go.
Look. A and B.
And then let's ground them, right? The inputs, remember where the inputs are on this one?
Right here. Well, I'll just put them right.
Yeah.
I'll ground the inputs first.
Okay.
So we funded the 1, 0, 0, 1. This one, and this one.
You can do one at a time. Let's see, are they in the same order? Yep. Okay, so now you want to turn on? Let's give it some power. Wow. So what input setting is that represented by?
0, 0, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1.
0, 0, and 1. Yeah, okay. So that gives us a 1. Interesting. All right.
Probably an AND gate.
Let's see.
No, it could be a NOR gate.
Oh.
No, let me see. And, okay.
What are you going to switch this time?
1, 0. Still on. It's probably an AND
So you
gate.
want to record that?
So 1.
Okay.
And 1. 1. 1. 0. And 0. 1. But 1, 0, 0. One.
Huh.
Now let me write.
What do you think it is?
Man's gate.
NAND gate. Interesting. Okay. Okay, Max?
So this one only needs one tester.
That's right, yeah. So maybe switch your LED over. Let's make sure we get that in properly. Okay. Where do you want to put the LED on C?
I'll just do it the same thing.
I think you need to shift it down. Yeah. There you go. Okay. And then do you know the input on this one is?
So I guess. So that one's not.
Yeah. So the input on this one is right here. Oops. It was floating. Yeah. Okay, so you got it grounded right now. What the?
That means 0, 1. And then
So now you put it to.
0, 1.
So now you. What did you do with the input or with the output? Or yeah,
I
inputs.
put it there.
What's that mean?
Positive?
Okay. So is it getting power to this input or not?
It's giving it power there.
But its output is.
0.
Huh. So based on that, what kind of gate is it?
Let's go and call it hex.
Hex what?
I just call it hex.
Well, yes, you could call it that, but hex just means 6. That doesn't tell you what kind of gate it is. That just tells you that there's 6 of them on there.
I'll call it hexin.
Hex-in. What does that stand for?
Inverter.
Inverter?
Okay, let's test it on DVD. How silly.
So can you tell us what you're doing there?
I'm putting it like that.
What are we doing? What does that mean?
That means we're grounding it.
Grounding. What are you grounding over here?
These 2 inputs.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
Not on.
So inputs are grounded. So what does that tell us on our truth table?
That it's 0, 0, 0. So this was this NAND.
Okay. You want to keep going?
Huh. I bet this is going to be an AND.
Ah, interesting. Perhaps. How can we make sure?
Maybe. Okay, let's see. Now let's see again. If this is 1. Nope. 0.
Huh. So
That's
only
100.
one input gives us 0. Interesting.
So that means also this would be 0.
That would make sense. Yeah, we don't really have to test it.
Because
Because even if we switch it, it's going to do the same thing, right?
0,
Okay.
1, it must be 1.
Well, how do you know?
Because.
But if you assume that, maybe the IC was broken and it was just giving you false readings on everything. So you want to test it to make sure. But you were right. So what gate would that be? Now, do you want to check everything? If you go grab remember that paper where we wrote down what all the gates are? Over on the workstation?
Yes.
Go grab it. Go grab it on the workbench and we'll check everything. Okay, so we got our little sheet. I'm gonna bring it up here and talk about what this is. This is our little sheet that says what? For our 74HCs, it gives us the codes, right, for what they are. So let's see, what is this one?
There A.
Let's see, can we see it? It says, I'll read it to you and then you can tell me what it is on the sheet. It says HC32N.
It's probably quad 2 input OR.
And let's check, that was A. You were right. Okay, let's check B. Let's see what B was. Okay, B says, if I can get it to focus. Well, can't see it on the camera, but it says, no, it's just a light. It says 0, 0. Just can't see it on the camera, but it says 0, 0. Yeah.
That's NAND gate.
And
NAND.
you're right. Okay.
That was good.
That was very good. Okay, let's see about this C, because, C says 04N.
Then 04.
Yeah, HC 04, yeah.
4. Hex inverter.
And what did you put?
Hex inverter.
You were right. Okay.
Okay, let's see about
And let's do D.
D.
And then D is, if it focuses. Not enough light to focus properly. I can see it as 08.
And that's quad into an end.
And we said, what is it?
Quad into an end.
22 and we've got.
And!
Woohoo!
Get
Hey, quick question before you go.
Yes.
How old are you?
5.
And let me ask you a question. If you wanted to tell anybody else how they could be smart like you, what should they do?
By TechnoTutor.
Why?
TechnoTutor because it's really good.
Nice.
And let's go on to Logic Object.